Tennessee's Wild Side is a presentation of the Jackson Foundation.
Hi friends, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm Steve Hall. On Sunday morning, it's a church building, but Monday through Friday, it's an incredibly unique Tennessee public charter school. What sets this institution of learning apart is nothing new. It just offers an element of education that seems to have been forgotten in so many school systems. The resurgence of the age-old idea to balance inside with outside is already showing remarkable levels of academic success.
When I say the same, you say equivalent. The same. Equivalent. The same. Equivalent. Equivalent. The same. Equivalent. The same. Excellent. So when we're looking at our
The daily schedule is designed to be good for kids.
When we're comparing fractions, we're always going to be looking at one whole. We're always going to be looking at what? One whole. Okay, so I want you to find one whole. What color is it? Blue. Good. And everything beneath it is what? Less than? One. Less than what? One. Okay, good. Does that make sense?
They have a class, and then we have a 15-minute recess. The backing of the community was actually one of the main drivers for starting Tennessee Nature Academy. When I was running a program at another school that got kids outside, it quickly grew in popularity, and it was clear that this needed to be something that more kids could do every single day.
Welcome to my kingdom!
Are you the keepers of the gate?
Yes, you are allowed to come in.
How do I get in?
Under or over? Yeah, whichever way you choose.
Who's gonna hold the camera for me?
Me? I will.
It is free, and so that's one of the cool things about Tennessee Nature Academy is it's a model that you would maybe see in the private sector, maybe a Montessori or a homeschool environment, but it's made available to anybody who wants to enroll their child.
Is it recording right now?
It is.
You see that tree over there? That tree over there? Can I hold it?
Be really careful. Hold it right there.
Can I go next?
Get light on her face. Come this way, come this way.
Can you
Stay right there, stay right there. Right there, that's perfect. See how much light there is on her face?
So,
Again, hold it steady.
Okay.
You need to have a little bit of space above her head. Okay, just like that.
In other schools, whenever it's raining, you don't get to go outside, but in this school, even though it's raining, you still get to go play outside.
Unless it's thundering.
Yeah, unless it's thundering.
The mission of TNA is to cultivate happy and healthy young people who are passionate about the outdoors, motivated to do good work, and passionate about the world.
We're attracting kids who don't like to sit still all day. The idea of being shuffled from one classroom to one classroom without any activity.
We love this school.
It sounds like torture to them. It sounds like torture for me and a lot of our teachers, and so that's one aspect of our model.
Are you coming to science?
Maybe.
They play outside for 15 minutes, we blow the whistle, they run back in, and then they might have their next class. So that's math, English, science, social studies. We do all of that because we're a public school and they take the standardized test at the end of the year.
Your quiz reflects how you will be assessed at the end of the year on the TCAP.
But our daily schedule is punctuated with a lot of opportunities for kids to play in unstructured environments, unstructured ways, which is really good for kids.
Everyone that works here knew before coming in the science behind children having exposure to the outdoors, enhancing all of their academic core subjects and life in general.
Our teachers come from all over, and our average tenure is 10 and a half years. And so we have a very experienced teaching force. A lot of these are teachers who have taught in other school environments. They've been through the gambit of buzzwords and new fads, and this just resonates with them. So like our students, our teachers didn't necessarily fit in other environments, and this is what they've been waiting for.
We've created a little bit booklet that we're going to use of 7 different trees that we know for sure exist out here in our woods.
Being a teacher at the school is a gift. It's absolutely amazing. In other schools, I've had to sort of sneak in, lessons where I can take kids outside and give them the time that they need to explore nature, to connect with nature, to have the conversations that they need to have. I'm usually sort of sneaking it in at the margins.
We're learning about different types of trees and what leaf type and bark type trees have.
We want to find out the differences between types of trees and what's important about them.
They're such naturals. There's very little heavy lifting that I need to do as a teacher to get buy-in to get them to start thinking, because it just seems that the light bulbs just go off once you start putting these pieces together. But what a lot of schools have done is they've, you know, stuck kids in classrooms, lined them up in desks, and there's a kind of sterility to that.
What's for lunch today?
We have nachos and cheese with chips and fruits.
You like that?
They love it.
Yes.
What you having today?
Hot dog with sweet potato and some carrots.
That looks really good.
Nice and healthy lunch. Tina's best school ever!
It's so healthy, it's so balanced. You're gonna get outside and play like they are right now for 15 minutes, half an hour, and then I get you for an hour. So when you get me, it's time to focus, and they do. I take them outside, and they're so ready to be connected to the earth, to nature, to all of that. And once they do that, it all relaxes and they're ready to learn.
You like this school?
Yes, I love this school.
There are kids here that never connected with their school. School was always a point of stress, a point of tension.
Think about all the classrooms you've been in the past. You're in a classroom right now. You came out, you found your spots, you got to work. This is amazing.
Now that they're able to be in this environment, they just feel more free. They feel more ready to learn. They're actually waking up early, excited to go to school, excited to connect with their peers. And so we're seeing the impact already, even in these early years.
We don't do technology stuff.
Banning smartphones and getting kids to go outside and play together is a great way to reconnect them to nature, but also to their peers and to adults.
They're just learning how to be present without that, and it's beautiful.
We see birds at TNA and spiders, snakes, caterpillars, and I one time heard a chicken, because there's like a farm over there somewhere.
We're located within Nashville city limits, so we have planes that fly over. You'll hear dump trucks going by with construction, but then you'll also hear chickens somewhere off in the distance. You might see a deer or a turkey run through the campus, and so it's a great spot where nature meets society.
TNA is here with the result of trying to find something that kids needed and finding a place and finding people that could really make it happen.
The students are in movement and they're interested, and we're working on different activities at each station.
We're doing a crossword of the empire, of the Ottoman Empire.
You guys are working together?
I'm learning the definitions of what they mean.
I was arguing about letting me copy.
And we're working as a group to complete it.
This is diverse by design.
Which means we want it to reflect the demographics of our diverse community.
We want to teach them to be open and to assume the best about all people.
I love reading the books, and I love art. That's my favorite art.
I'm trying to make something like that. Yeah, and then like when you're done, you could start like sculpting it. We're just trying to put these legs in order right now.
So what will you do with it?
Anything you want to.
How long before you get to go outside?
Like an hour.
About?
Yeah, hour and 30 minutes, I think.
Are you counting down?
Yeah.
What do you do when you're outside?
Play football and soccer.
I play soccer.
What do you learn when you're outside?
We learn about nature and how to respect it.
Start with your introduction. So your introduction is your characters.
We're not really doing anything new. We're doing things that we know are good for kids, and we have known for a long time are good for kids.
They play football, frisbee, four corners, some hang out on the tree.
It's important for them to be able to decide for themselves, is this a risk that I can take? It's not dangerous play. It's just risky, and it's fun, and it's wild.
And then when you get back inside and it's time to study, is it easier to concentrate and be patient when you're inside?
Yeah, a lot easier.
Parents here, I feel like they trust us to do what we're doing, and they're seeing the results of what we're doing.
We have a higher than average population of students with disabilities, and I think it's because this model resonates a lot with students who have not maybe been successful in a traditional school environment.
We've had many success stories, absolutely.
I think more people need to try it. It takes a kind of leap of faith, and that's why I'm so excited to be part of this process. I don't think anything really exists like this, a charter school which is free for all students that is designed to get kids connected with nature, to engage in risky play, and to start to just build the skills that they're going to need in life that go beyond pen and paper work. It takes courage and bravery to do it. You've got to be willing to fail a lot. I've personally failed on many accounts, and I can tell great stories about being stuck in the rain and all my papers are wet and the lesson didn't go well at all, but then you learn to pivot and be flexible, and so it's just made me a better teacher. And it's thrilling. Every day I'm excited to come to work, so I hope that more people who are in education are willing to try something like this.
The school opened with 5th and 6th grade classes and added 7th a year later. Leaders plan to continue adding grades each year until they have grades 5 through 12. You're invited to our website, wildsidetv.com, to learn more about the school.